Hey, what's up, Replen Dashboard users? Just wanted to record a quick video for you. I've had a bunch of questions lately on how to use the local inventory section and specifically how to export the local inventory from Replen Dashboard. And so I'm going to show you a couple different examples really quick on what it is, why we've got it built this way. In the future, we plan on adding buy lists, so it will be a little bit more streamlined from where we're at now, but we'll always have the local inventory section of some sort so you can track the inventory at your warehouse, at your home, at your prep center, whatever it is. So let me go ahead and share my screen for you so you can see this. Now I'm using a demo account, so there are some limited features that I've got available, but ultimately it should be good enough to show you. Now, I went ahead and I sorted this by local inventory. So you can see whenever you click up here, it will either sort it from lowest to highest or from highest to lowest after you click through it a few different times. So you can see in this, I've got 4 items, 2 items, and 1. And if I click through and click on this Show Recent Transactions button, it will show me that, okay, cool. The 4 items that we currently have in were bought on the 23rd of March at 2 different times, 6:20 a.m. and 5:28 p.m. You can see the 3 and then the 1, and then also that they were shopped from the mobile app, which is important. It's a distinctive feature that we have in here for a reason. And then it adds how many we've got on hand as well and who did it. So if you've got multiple users and shoppers, you can see how many or who exactly purchased how many of what products and when they did it. So if somebody makes a mistake and says they got 200 of something when they got 20, you know who made that mistake, which is really nice if you've set up the user permission section of your account. And that's gotten to, again, by just clicking that Show Recent Transactions button right there. Now, again, what's going to happen, let's say if I want to export local inventory, whenever I click export that, you can see that it pulls up those 3 items, 2, 4, and 1. Now, what's key whenever you're doing this is you want to look down at the purchased on section because that is going to allow you to ultimately pull the items that have been purchased on specific dates. So let's say you went shopping or your shoppers went shopping yesterday and all these things were added in. Well, you could say instead of 3/19 to 3/26, I want it to be from the 25th to the 26th. And we'll say, okay, and it'll be automatically at 12 a.m. to midnight. You can change that if you want to get real specific, if you want to select the time, but I'm going to click OK. Well, in that case, only 2 items have been purchased within the app on those specific dates. So within the last day, those 2 items, you can see it was on March 26th. Now, if I go back through and I don't click export, but I go to Replen Dashboard, I'm in the mobile app. This is where I'm at. We've got all these items in my buy list. I just want to show you if I just select some random other items. So let's say we got 2 of these and click add to local inventory. And then we got of this CD, it looks like we got 6 of them. I'm going to click that to add to local inventory. But then I'm also going to go back. I'm going to say, hey, this greatest hits CD, we've got 4 of those. Okay, so I'm manually adding them here instead of adding them into the shopping app because I'm adding them on my side because for whatever reason we didn't include them on the shopping app or we found them at the warehouse. We just are selling them from our home. So you can see I added those as well. Now, the other items that I recently added have populated into here, I believe. Yeah, we've got the KitchenAid mixer and then this CD that we had a bunch of. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is click export local inventory. Now, there's a couple of things to take note of. Whenever I click export and we're looking at purchase dates, again, it reset to the last week. So if you want it for the last day, you can do that. But you can see that it added that 7 of the CD and it added 2 of that KitchenAid mixer and then the 2 and the 4 that we had before of the other items. But it did not add this item. And the reason is because whenever I click Show Recent Transactions, I added these 4 manually. So I added them on the dashboard side instead of in the shopping list, buy list, app side. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I know it can get a little bit confusing, but we did that for specific reasons because if you find 20 of an item, but you don't want to send it as a buy list or a bought list essentially to InventoryLab, you don't want to send it to Amazon, you can add those things manually. But if you do want to add them, you can click Export Local Inventory. And then down here, it says Show Manual Adjustment. So if I click on that, you can see that one greatest hits CD populates at 4 items. Now, if you don't have a cost entered or supplier or anything for it, it's not going to pull that information. But if you did have that, it would also pull that information. So you can click Show Manual Adjustment if you want to add those things to your exporting list. If you don't want to see those, you just want to see what your shoppers bought using the app, you can deselect that and select it based off whatever date. So if you have old things that you want to add, let's say it was from a long time ago. I don't have any examples again, since this is a demo account, but let's say you already had like these 7 were entered 2 months ago and you want to start sending them in because now it's time to send them in. You could either do one of 2 things. You could go up to export local inventory and you could change your purchase date to months ago. Or you could say, okay, well, since this was months ago and I could click here to see what the date was specifically. I'm not going to deal with that. Instead, I'm just going to delete those 7 and then I'll make sure to find that. Let's see if that pulled up. I'll find that CD if I had copied the ASIN. I think I missed it. Let me see if it's there. Yeah, it's a different one. I accidentally copied the wrong ASIN, but this is the danger of doing that. So if I knew the dates, I could do it that way, or I could go in and pull up the ASIN and just after I cleared it out, I could say, you know what, I got 7 of those now. And it will show that it went from 0 to 7 today. So it makes it a little bit easier. But anyway, again, we are working on buy list functionality. Hopefully that helps to clear up some of those issues for now and makes a little bit more sense. If it doesn't, please let me know. Please ask more questions. That's obviously what I'm here for. And I wanted to make sure to answer this in video format because there are a couple different technicalities that you have to watch out for whenever you're dealing with the exporting of local inventory. Now, the other thing I want to make sure of whenever you export local inventory, I forgot to show you that it should pull all those columns. So whenever you click export local inventory, it'll show all the columns that's going to pull. So it should pull your cost, your supplier, et cetera. If it's not doing that for whatever reason, make sure that it's actually entered in the software first. And if it's still not doing that, then please open up a support ticket. I'm not sure if we've had those issues. I just wanted to clarify that if something's not pulling correctly, double check that it looks good on your dashboard. And if not, then make sure to, or if it does and doesn't pull over, then make sure to send us a support ticket either in the bubble or support@replendashboard.com. We'll get the job done for you. So thank you so much for watching this, taking the time. I hope that you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.